up? What's up? What's up? Man, first off, congratulations to all the graduates.
All of
Whether
y'all.
you were a 4.0 or a 1.5, baby, you did it and you got out of there. I don't
Whatever
care,
got you to walk through the door.
baby. I mean, like, I give a shout out to all of them that graduated. So I salute you all. Y'all did it. But let me tell y'all. Anyway, let me introduce myself in case there's anybody here that don't know me or you get to see this video later down the line. I'm Jamie,
And I'm Sonia.
and we are
Why?
Why?
Because we
Because we
said
said
so.
so. So we just like to talk about social media stuff that we see coming up, and we just give our spin on it. So Sonya always one day I'm gonna do all the intro stuff, but Sonya
It's
always do the
okay.
intro stuff. So go ahead,
It's
Sonya.
okay. I'm so used. But anyway, here we go. So, since it's graduation, we're going to talk about something that's graduation related. So, here we go. I need to get something off my chest. Yesterday, my stepdaughter graduated and I wasn't invited. I've been in her life since she was 4 months old. Married her mother when she turned 2. I've been there consistent, showing up, providing, loving her like my own. But come graduation day, I wasn't given a seat. Like word, I they told me there were only 8 tickets. Let me tell you who made the list. My wife,
Ooh.
her 2 sisters, her biological dad, her uncle, her grandma, her aunt, and her boyfriend. 8 tickets. And I wasn't one of them. Bet. I've been sitting with that pain all day. I took
Mm.
time off work. 3 days gone. I drive trucks. That's money and time I can't get back. And still I got left out. So today I made some decisions. I removed her from my car and health insurance, took her off everything I'd been covering, told her mother since she's grown and graduated, she can go stay with her father, the one she made room for over me. Now there's tension in my house. Emotions are high. Emotions are high, but I'm standing on what I feel because the truth is, I'm hurt. Not mad, just deeply, genuinely hurt. I don't need applause. I just needed to speak my truth. Thank you for listening. Mm,
Yep. Yep. You
mm.
know, I say it every show. I live on social media. If you know me, you know I'm on social media all day, every day. I'm a bedroom person. I sit in my room and I live on social media. I see so many of these stories. So many of the wedding stories where all of a sudden the father has raised his kids, and then when it comes time to walk down the aisle, they get the bio who just popped up in the picture and ain't done nothing. It's given, don't get with nobody that have kids. That's what it's given, because that's hurtful. He's been in this girl's life since she was 4 months old. 4 months old. 4 months old, people. He married her mother when she was 2 years old. 16 years. She's graduating. He's taking care of her, health insurance, I'm sure, bought whatever. And then not only did you, okay, that's fine, bio dad is there. No worries, good, great. But your sisters, you're the neighbor down the street, the mailman, girl, bye. Girl, bye. I mean, like, are you serious right now? I mean, I I'm done. That really, I felt that man's pain.
Mm-hmm.
I felt his pain. I seriously did. When he said that, And you know what people were saying in the comments? No, no, don't take her off the insurance. Yes, I'm done. I'm done. I owe you nothing. I owe, since you have reduced me to zero, I'm going to reduce you to zero. I have nothing for you. And if your mama act a fool, I'm done with her too. I'm saying bye to all of y'all. Because
And from
that's
from what
respectful.
you see, it's the daughter who made the decision about who to give the 8 tickets to. It wasn't the mother who made the decision. It was the daughter who
Girl,
decided, and she chose. Like, how do you even say? Now I can see grandma, you know, but uncle could have stayed home.
let me tell you something. The order is, of course, her mama,
Her
of course,
daddy.
her father that raised her.
Exactly. That's the one when I say daddy. I'm not
Then,
talking about bio.
then whoever else, grandma, granddaddy, I don't care who else come after that. Those three people, mama, daddy, and possibly bio. It depends on how bio showed up in the life, you know. But I'm telling you, it is so sad because you see it all the time. Personally, I've seen it. You see it all the time. When all of a sudden, the step parent that's been there, all of a sudden they don't mean nothing. Girl, see,
Since
and
4 months old. And this is the thing. I'm mad at the mama.
that girl,
I'm
for
mad at the
real.
mama because I would have been like, oh no, little girl.
No, that's not how it's going down. You got a problem. He will be there. Get over yourself. Period. You know, the mother's two sisters and all. Girl, bye. Go to the
Right.
stadium. Hopefully somebody give you a ticket. After a while, they're gonna start letting anybody in anyway. So come in then. But what you're not gonna do is not give him a ticket who made sure you ate. Are
And
you
you know,
kidding
you think
me?
about it. This girl is graduating. If this man has put her on his insurance, if he's done his car
Girl,
insurance, so 9 times out of 10, he has provided so much for her. I'm sure she
exactly.
probably went to prom. I'm sure he went all out for the prom to make sure she had a good prom.
Girl,
And like the one of the most important days of your life, and you gonna not invite him to the
isn't that
graduate, and he
crazy?
been there for you since you were 4 months old. Even though he married the mama at 2 years, he was still there since the child was 4 months. So how do
That
you not invite this man? Like I couldn't even look at him. Like what do you even
right,
say to him? And I'm
right.
still mad at the mama because I'm like,
Like what I mean, like, and for him to actually just like, I gotta say something to somebody, and he said, I'm just hurt. I'm just
right.
hurt. Of course you are, sir. You are valid in how you're feeling. You are valid in how you're moving. And if you need to get rid of the mama and the daughter, do so. I ain't mad at you at all because it's a shame that people always want men to step up and do it, do all this extra stuff. And then when they do, then when the important time come, when it's time to show up and say, hey, I appreciate you, you put him in the back burner. You put him on the back burner, girl. No,
Like it ain't
absolutely
even
not.
like he a mama's boyfriend. This is your mother's
Her
husband that's done
husband
raised you.
from 4 months old.
4 months old. And you cannot have, but you want
And
to
it
invite
wasn't
your
like,
aunt, your uncle, wait, and her boyfriend. She invited her boyfriend.
right. It wasn't like she only had 2 tickets,
Right.
3 tickets,
She
four
had
tickets.
8.
She had 8. You didn't make the list on 8? On 8. So then all those 8 people, that's who need to take care of you from here on out. I ain't giving you a dime. I don't care what people think. I don't, I'm petty. I know I'm petty. I can tell you now. I will see a girl, I will go get food for me and my wife, and we sit and she'll say, you ain't bring Tracy nothing? No. Tell her to call her daddy. Tell her to call her auntie. Tell her to call her boyfriend. I don't know who she needs to call, but I ain't feeding her.
To
That's
tell
how
her
I
call Ghostbusters because it ain't me.
right. Girl, I ain't feeding you, sis. I'm telling you, that's how petty I am. Because that's disrespectful. That is disrespectful on a level beyond. I mean, I just cannot. I don't know. It's hard showing up as a step parent.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is. It's hard because you're dealing with another parent that if the child is living in the house with the step parent, the other parent feels they have just as much right to kind of what is the word I'm looking for? Oh God, help me, help me, help me. What is the word? To regulate as the parents that's in the house. That's when we have to sit down. That's when we have to figure out what's going on, how things are, how we gonna discipline and all of that. Nowadays, start asking if we still here when the child graduates and get married, who's gonna be in who's gonna be able to attend?
Exactly.
Because if I ain't gonna attend, there's only so much I'm gonna do. I mean, period.
I think this kind of showed him that maybe he felt like they had a better relationship than she felt like they had.
Right, obviously.
Yeah. Because he obviously thought, hey, this is my daughter. I feel like, we have this great relationship. When in reality, in her mind, she still just saw him as this. And I'm curious as to what she called him because he's been there since she started talking. So he's like been in this house. So I'm wondering, did she even call him dad? Did she call him by his name? You know, because that
I
would
mean,
be really, I would really be curious as to how she addressed him.
I'm thinking as a 4-month-old being introduced to this man in a relationship with her mother. They got married when she was 2.
Right.
I mean, I'm almost sure she probably called him dad. And
I mean,
even
that's
if
what I
not,
would think.
I mean, even if not, so my daughter has 6 children, right? 4 are we never used the term, so I'm not even gonna say
I
the
understand.
STEP because my daughter, we don't play
Bonus.
that.
That's
Yeah.
bonus.
So 2 she gave birth to. She raised 3 of the bonus children, right? They sat down, they had a family meeting. You're not gonna call me Jazz. Y'all come up with a name. You know, um, she raised them from elementary till they graduated. Still now, they still live in Vegas. One mom lives in LA, the other mom lives in Georgia. So they still live in Vegas. So they have I mean, when you see her, you see her boys. I mean, like, that's how our family is made up. I cannot imagine when it was time to graduate, they're like, well, I don't have enough tickets for you. For who?
Right.
Excuse me?
But I'm gonna invite my mama sisters and uncle who ain't did nothing for me my whole life.
Girl,
But
I
you.
can't even imagine. That is something I can't even comprehend. The fact that anybody would sit back and think that this is okay is crazy. I mean, it's crazy. It's sad, and I think that with step parents, define the relationship first off. The bio parent that's in the house with the step parent, y'all need to do some serious talking. Y'all need to do some serious talking because what's happening is obviously, kids have a tendency when their bio parent come around, they want the attention so bad
Right.
and the love so bad that they will do anything because they figure that the stepfather, he's going to be there because he's been here and he's been showing up when you didn't. But I need him to know, the bio dad, that I love him, but baby, not at my expense. Not at my expense.
You
You
know,
know,
and you think about it, this was not her first graduation. Because, you know, kids graduate from pre-K, they graduate from
right,
kindergarten, they graduate from elementary, middle school. So who went to those graduations? Or was it even
right.
a
Good
issue
point.
as to how many? But, you know, usually those graduations are in the school. So it's like not like those seem like they would be even more, you know, restrictive on the number of people who could come. So
Right.
which one of those, you know, who went to that one? Was the bio
We
dad not there at that time? Did he just start to come around?
he
Like once she
probably
started to graduate?
probably just started coming around because that's usually how it goes. You know, he comes in, he shows up on this white horse. Oh, baby, I love you. Daddy, sorry he ain't been around. Oh my God, I'm so happy he's here. Yay, my daddy's here. He loves me. And now you kick him to this. So maybe, hey, like he said, I'm taking off my insurance. Call your father and tell him to put you on his insurance. That's what you do. Call your daddy. You know, people in mostly women in the comments. I think that's terrible that he gonna do that. He petty. He this, that, the other. Why can't her daddy put her on his insurance?
He was important enough to be able to come to the graduation.
Right.
Put the
It's
aunts
his.
and uncles, let one of them put him on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Put
that's
her.
money he got to pay.
Put her on your insurance, sir. Daddy, bio, sir. Put her on your insurance. You take care of her car insurance. Take care of her health insurance. Because trust me, dude just saved a whole bunch of money. Nope, I'm not
Exactly.
paying. I ain't paying for a wedding. I don't care what you do. I ain't paying for college. Nope, can't help you. Call your father. Because see, that would be you talking about petty. That every time she asks, call your father. That's all I would say.
I know.
Call your father. I mean, like that would be. I
I,
know
I,
me.
I'm curious as to how it's played out now because you know it's over. The graduation is over. He's done what he's done. You know he says it's tension in the house. This has probably been a while ago. So how do you think it's going now? Like
Oh,
in
it's
that
stressful.
house?
Oh, it's stressful. Oh, if they make it through this, it's going to be amazing. It will be amazing if they make it through this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go back on the post and say, can you please update us? Because it's gonna be difficult. First off, he's a truck driver,
Right.
so he's not home all the time anyway. If he's driving a lot, so
Right.
he's not home. So that's one thing. Secondly, if it's tension in the house and I can get away from the tension, I'm gone. So
That's
now you
true.
got separation. So, and then you know how that goes. He tripping. You know, he mad because he ain't go to grad. And you know how people do. Like they're not gonna agree. They're not gonna tell you, girl, you wrong. Oh, girl, he shouldn't be tripping. I mean, that is her daddy. Somebody needs to say, girl, y'all were out of pocket.
Yep.
Seriously. Y'all
This
were
what they're
out of
gonna
pocket.
say. Well, you know, we blood. We blood, girl. He just her stepdaddy. He ain't her daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yep.
know that's exactly because this is me. I would have been like, where's where's Jim? Why
Right.
is he not here? You know,
Right.
that would have been my thought. Why is he not here? Did you not invite him?
Right. That would
Girl,
have been
go
my
out here. He
first
can
thought.
have his ticket.
Yeah. Oh no, I gave the ticket to Bob. Bob, we ain't seen Bob in 15 years. Girl, Bob.
But like you
No.
say, they always try to do whatever to make that absent parent be
Yeah.
so, you know, feel like that's because
Yeah.
that's the one they looking for. That's the one they
Right.
seeking the approval of. Because
Yep.
like you say, she knew that he was gonna be there. She
Yep.
thought that he was gonna be there
Yep.
because like I say, if that was my child, it wouldn't have even been a question. I would have took my little 2 tickets off the top, say, hey, me, this is for me and Jimmy.
Right.
You got these 6. What you want to do with them? And if she'd have
Exactly.
been like, baby, this man been taking care of you. Keep
Exactly.
going. Now,
Exactly.
who you gonna use these 6 for?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe she thought, or maybe the daddy was like, he don't like the stepdad. I don't know. I really want more details on this story.
Sit over there.
Yeah, say exactly.
Sit over there.
They're not. It's not assigned seating. Long as you in the
Exactly.
building, sir. Go sit over there with your mama or your sisters or whoever. I don't care who you sit with. But me and my husband gonna be sitting right here cheering for our child that we have taken care of since she was 2 months old.
Exactly.
Because, sir, you ain't been around. If your 4 month old, I think he said 4 month old, he's
Yep.
been with her. If you wasn't around in the first 4 months of her life,
right, that the mama
So-
was in a position to be able to date.
Thank you. Which means you probably left her while she was pregnant, sir. Because why is she dating 4 months 4 months and having a baby? I'm like, oh my God, it's so, I don't know. I think I just feel bad for step parents. I really do. I mean, as I read it on the internet, it is so sad because I literally sit back and I'm reading these comments and the guys are like, it happens all the time. And they give their stories and I'm like, this is insane. This is insane.
Do you know, let me tell you, this is the truth. We grew up with a stepfather. He was Tony and my brother Spud, who passed away. He was their biological father. Do you know, people told us we didn't know he wasn't y'all dad until he died and until he passed away because there was no separation.
Yeah.
When we would go when we would go back to Georgia and like one of his siblings introduced us one time and said this is his stepchildren, he was like, oh no, they're not.
I know that's
These are
right.
my children. And they never introduced us like that ever again. And to this day, we still call it, hey, Aunt Emma, hey, Aunt,
Exactly.
Because that's the relationship that was set up for us. So, like I say, nobody ever even knew he was our stepdad until he passed away.
Exactly. But I mean, and that's how it is in our household. Like we don't, like all the kids call me Nana, even when there are other Nanas around. They're like Nana. I always go, I'm Nana too, So it's that's Nana and I'm Nana too, And so we never have a problem with boundaries because I'm Nana.
And y'all vacation together.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. We don't have any problems, honey.
Right.
At all. I mean, we don't get caught. As a matter of fact, when the boys graduated, their mom came and stayed here at the house to go to the graduation. Because she flew in from Georgia. Yeah, like we don't have those issues. We trying to raise raise up good men. We're not fighting and all of that over who's what. My iPad is dying, so sorry I have to duck out. I need to charge it. But we don't have those issues. And it's sad that anyone would actually put people in a position where somebody that has been there for you, standing for you, going to the school or going to the hospital, whatever. There's more than parenting and paying the bills. They show up for you in all ways. And the fact that somebody would show up for you and then you push them down, that's not cool. That's not cool. So I'm going to give my 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Which is, if you are fortunate enough to find someone that would love your children as their own and be willing to toe the line with them, treat them with the respect that they deserve all the way to the end. Do not let your children think it's okay to disrespect that person in the 11th hour. It's not. And people should know that you are so blessed and fortunate to have someone to come and show up for you. Period. Whether it's your own parents, some people don't, their own biological parents don't show up. So if you got somebody that shows up, be thankful and treat those people with respect. That was disrespectful. So treat them with respect and be blessed and be thankful that that person is there for you.
Yep. And my 30 seconds is step in. Don't be afraid to step in. get your kids back on track, and have, like Jamie said earlier, have those conversations, because it's important, because obviously this man was blindsided. He
Right.
all this time he thought that he was like number one when it came to dads with this young lady, when in
He took
reality,
time off of work.
right, he took 3 days because he wanted to be there for her. And it was just that important to him to be there for her. So make sure that these conversations are had, and make sure that you train your kids to understand that this person is who they are. They are very important. They are not to be pushed aside. So anyway, I feel very sad for this gentleman, because that's time that he cannot get back. So I just hope that going forward, that either they've been able to work this out, because they've been together for a long time. So I hope they've been able to work it out. I hope the mother has stepped up and made the daughter step up. So
Yeah, I hope somebody apologized sincerely.
right, and so,
Instead
and
of
really do
right.
something to make him know that he is valued.
Exactly, because I can't even imagine that pain that he is going through. I mean, I just can't. I wouldn't even want to send my husband on the road dealing with that kind of pain. I mean, yeah, it's sad. But anyway, if when your own person don't show up and you have somebody that shows up for you, be thankful for that. Be thankful for that. Anyway, we are gone. We will see you all next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We look forward to seeing you on Why?
Because we said so.
So, peace.